just got home from work. Now, time to play my favorite game, Osu. Let me just... Wait, what? What the... Oh no. No. Oh, come on. Why is it not going away? Man, I just wanted to play Osu. Not this normie trash Counter-Strike ripoff called Valorant. Maybe it's a good thing to start playing this game. You see, I find it hard to fit in and get along with people, and video games were mainly an outlet for me to get along with people when growing up. I started out playing TF2, but then moved on to other shooters with my friends. We jumped to Counter-Strike, then Overwatch, and then Rainbow Six Siege. It was common for people to have this pathway to jump from different popular shooters. So when Valorant was announced and gained attraction, the pathway was clear. We would move to Valorant next. But while they started to migrate to Valorant, I was diverging to a different path. I started to become addicted to this pointless circle clicker game. People don't know or care about Osu or rhythm games in general. Their exposure to the game was probably that BTMC Big Black video where he fails a C rank pass and we all thought he was a god at the time. What the fuck? Even though it's a relatively bad play in Osu standards, like even I can get a better score at it, it's still intimidating to normal people because when they start, they'll just be failing a 2-star map and give up on the game, saying it's too hard or trash. The anime-like aesthetics don't help either, as it's comparable to degenerate games like Genshin Impact.
Oh no, honestly, anyone here that uses Osu, you get a ban straight away. That shit's worse than Genshin Impact. I have never heard of anyone in my life that plays Osu and has like felt the embrace of a woman.
I couldn't meet anyone at the time that played Osu more than 4 hours, or even knew what the game was. So, what games do you play? Oh, I play Osu. Confusion settles on their faces, and after Osu became mentioned, they became disinterested in the conversation, wanting to change the conversation to other games. But I didn't really care about other video games in general. There's so many video games that you can play with your friends now, and I would buy them so I can play with my existing friends. I just wanted to stay in contact and be with them. But the more I played other video games, the more it started becoming a chore. I would sit in these Discord calls for hours, playing some boring game I have no interest in. I felt miserable. I felt like I was just wasting my time doing this every day. So I slowly became less active to avoid this feeling, until the point where I barely got invited to play games in the first place. But that didn't bother me that much. Would I prefer spending $10 to $20 on a new game that I'll only play for a few hours every month? Or do I want to play Osu for free? And I was much happier playing Osu. Although I became lonelier as my relationships with my existing friends slowly start to drift apart. I'm sorry that I can't enjoy the games you play. Maybe I'm getting too old for games in general. That's what my older family members would tell me. The best thing in life is to live it outside of video games. It made sense to me because I'm currently at the age where I have to focus on finding a full-time job and move out of home. But yet, I'm still playing Osu. I don't know what I would be doing if I didn't have Osu. Like, what would I be doing in my spare time? But I do wonder if I liked a popular video game and how that would have affected me. That I think that would affect my current life if I liked a popular game like Valorant. The first one comes from this channel because I've been told by a handful of people about my questionable choice to do Osu content. Why don't you make videos on a game that gets you views? If you did Valorant content instead, then you would have millions of views already. I hate that I agree with these comments because I do find them true. There's so much more content potential with Valorant, which I've mentioned in my last video, where you can shoot people, create new strategies, and even date women, to name a few. I like to think that my videos would be more creative and better than my current videos because of the diverse nature of the game. But then again, I just might be coping. The other fact that brings us to the real world, going back to the countless conversations where I've tried to bring up Osu. What if I say, oh, I play Valorant. Oh, you play Valorant? I play it as well. And just like that, I found a potential friend that I can grow closer with by playing with them. They could introduce me to their friend group while queuing for a game, and then it trickles down into meeting more and more people. I was able to do this with other games, but Valorant would have been more impactful considering how popular it has become. I felt like I missed out on a lot of social opportunities because I didn't play a mainstream video game. I'm not just saying it's Valorant. I was removed from a friend group because they all moved into League of Legends. I lost the opportunity to grow closer with some friends because I didn't want to play Genshin Impact. But I'll say I do enjoy playing Valorant and other games once in a blue moon with some of my other friends, but I don't constantly force myself to play or be super invested in those games like I used to be. It's not like one game a month will make me feel any closer to them. Although the opportunities are gone, I don't regret it, because for me, Osu became a way to go against the norm. I wasn't that person anymore that wanted to fit in by following the next popular thing. I was doing something that I enjoyed the most, and even though I wondered about that person that I could have been, I have to accept that I'm not that person. It would make me miserable trying to be that person that I'm simply not, even though I've listed all of those reasons on why I should have played Valorant instead. Initially blaming myself and Osu for ruining my relationships with my former or potential friends, I realized that it was just human nature. People naturally grow apart, and that was something that I didn't want to accept, but I had to in the end. The games we played can be a reflection on how we've changed, and the contrasting path I took was a sign that I don't fit in or enjoy spending time with these people anymore. Although this path of playing Osu trickled down into me having some of my favorite gaming experiences, as well as meeting a variety of like-minded people around the world because of the unique nature of Osu being a rhythm game. And it's worth being around people that you get along with instead of trying to fit in. The downsides don't seem so bad after all if you consider the positives, because I've accepted the choices I've made. That I've decided to play a circle clicking rhythm game instead of mindlessly jumping from the next trendy game like every normal person, despite the downsides, because I enjoyed this game and I don't regret anything about it.